Hey everyone, this is Too Big Kim from TwoBigWomenOnACouch.com, and I thank you for watching all of these videos. You know, TwoBigWomenOnACouch.com is that go-to place for the plus size and former plus size women to have that social networking opportunity to put your videos up, blog, and meet other folks and just kind of share your story. So I hope you're over there doing just that. You know that Terry and I are usually sitting on the couch, and lately I've been sitting in my rocking chair just talking with some fellow YouTubers about a variety of topics. And so today, Desiree and I are going to have a bit of a conversation. She is known as Mommy Reporter on YouTube. I urge you to check out her YouTube website, her YouTube channel, and all of the other social media. You'll find her as Mommy Reporter on Twitter and everything else that's out there. You know, Desiree, when I first encountered your channel, I was really impressed with, of course, what you were doing and so forth. But I was really struck by in your bio there how you talked about just this sort of feeling at one time that you had gone through of just not feeling beautiful, not feeling, just kind of going through some stuff, particularly right after you had had your child. And I thought maybe we can have a conversation about that and encourage women all over the place to really feel good about themselves. So would you like to go ahead and take it away?
Sure. I just want to start off by saying thank you so much, Kim, for inviting me to do this video with you and to kind
Absolutely.
of share my thoughts and experiences with your audience. I am Desiree, also known as Mommy Reporter. You can find me at mommyreporter.com. And yes, in my bio, I just kind of went through this thing of wanting to be really transparent. I don't know why. There's no particular reason behind it, but I just really wanted to be honest with other people. So I guess in some way I could be honest with myself and how I was feeling right after I had my child. And after I had my baby, I had gained quite a bit of weight and I still haven't lost it all. And so I really struggled with identifying beauty with a number on the scale. And I just wanted to express to you and to your audience that when it comes with dealing with feelings of low self-esteem or self-worth issues, I don't think any of us are really immune to that. I think all of us struggle in some way, shape, or form with feeling good about ourselves and identifying with what we see on the outside to determine how we feel on the inside. And I know for me, I still struggle with that quite often, but I mean, not so much because I'm learning to really love myself and to really know that beauty comes from within, which is one thing that I wrote on my bio that I've learned that, and I've kind of learned it the hard way. And so I just want to let you know that it's a struggle, but it's one that I am slowly overcoming.
Well, you know, one of the things about putting yourself out there and just sort of saying it out loud to people, it really does make you kind of, have to really begin to do something about it. You know, that's one of
It
the things.
makes you accountable.
It does. And, so like I have this program that I'm going through that has to do with being on a regimen of healthier eating and so forth. And I've got some videos out there about that. And I put it out there to the world. I never talk about that with people generally. I never put it out there. So I think that was a great first step for you. But can I get a little bit more personal with you? Would you mind if I ask you a couple more questions?
No, not at all.
Okay,
Please
great.
do.
All right, good. Because you say you went through this period of feeling that way, and you're kind of coming out of it and so forth. But I'm wondering, what are the kinds of things that put you into that spot? What made you start feeling that way? You don't have to get too personal, but I think there might be things that maybe other women could resonate with. So what are some things that made you feel like that? I know you had your baby and you couldn't you couldn't lose the weight that you had gained, but were there other things going on?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, my son's father left me when I was pregnant, and
Oh,
so I think a lot of it had to do with feeling guilty because I didn't give my son that perfect family, and because I felt guilty because I felt like I had messed up my son's life because I had
oh,
had a baby, we weren't married, and my son's father basically just abandoned me when I was pregnant, and to this day has never seen him.
mhm,
And it's funny that you asked me that because not too long ago, I actually went through a period of forgiveness.
mhm,
And I really, I mean, I had forgiven him for the things that he had done,
mhm,
but at the same time, I realized that I didn't forgive myself. And I think a lot of
okay,
that inner turmoil was based on my own lack of forgiving myself for making mistakes. You know, I know you talked to some of the other women about Christianity, and
mhm,
one of the things about being Christ-like is to be forgiving to those who hurt you. And I realized that I just didn't forgive myself. And so I think when I finally got to that point of realizing that I needed to forgive myself for making the mistakes and stop beating myself up about them, that really was like a huge breakthrough as far as me learning to love myself and accept myself for who I was.
Wow.
And who I am.
Wow, that's very, very powerful. And the power of forgiveness is quite something, actually. It is something. I know I went through some stuff as well, and really it took a long time for me to really understand the power of forgiveness. So for yourself and for the other person, and so forth. And sometimes, like you say, we're able to forgive someone else, but we forget about ourselves. We forget that we have to,
Yeah, that was my problem.
Yeah. Wow, that's just really deep. So you've got a son now. He's like, I think you said he was like 2 years old.
He's 2.
All right. So where does the Mommy Reporter come from? What's the title, Mommy Reporter? What's that all about?
Well, my background is in broadcast media, journalism, and news, and I was working at a news station here in Las Vegas, and then I got laid off. But I still wanted to continue doing news, and I still had that itch and that drive to be a reporter. So I started blogging, and I had no idea about what blogging was at the time. I just knew I wanted to keep doing news. And so I launched mommyreporter.com as a way to do news that I felt moms would be interested in. And that's basically what my blog is all about. I filter through all the news and I bring the stories that I think moms actually really care about. And that's my tagline, actually, news moms care about.
That is awesome. Well, you are doing some great stuff. So I encourage all the moms out there, definitely log on to mommyreporter.com. Clearly you can see that Mommy Reporter Desiree has some wonderful things going on, willing to share very openly with a community of women, because lessons learned for her are things she can put out there, and perhaps she can find a kernel of something or a whole lot of something in what she's gone through as well. So I want to thank you for being here with me today.
Thank you so much for having me, Kim. It's been an absolute pleasure spending time with you.
All right, and hopefully we'll be able to do a few more of these over time, all right? And
I'd love that.
All right.